everybody, it's me. I'm back and I have another book review for you guys. I hope everyone has been reading and I hope everyone is enjoying whatever they're reading right now. And if you're not enjoying whatever you're reading right now, I hope that the next book that you get will satisfy you. So, today's book review is on a book called Jewel. This is by Beverly Jenkins. Actually, this is the first book that I have read by Beverly Jenkins, and I would like to thank Laverne for putting me on to her because I had never heard of her before, and I want to tell you why I decided to start reading Beverly Jenkins books. I went to her website, and the first thing that caught my eye about her books was the traditional romance novel cover. And I'm going to show you this one in particular. You can see how, you know, romance novels are really kind of dreamy looking, soap opera-esque. And that really kind of turned me on to being interested in this author. And this is why. Because I'm used to reading a lot of the traditional African-American literature authors, such as, you know, of course, Eric Jerome Dickey, who, if you watch my channel, you know he's my favorite author. Terry McMillan, Carl Weber, all these authors. And I'm not really sure how to articulate what I'm trying to say, but a lot of the authors that I read now, there's adult situations in the book, and a lot of times the scenes and the relations that take place in the book, I'm trying to come up with a good way to say it because I don't know if there's young people watching, but they're really urban, for lack of a better word. They're very urban. And that's good because I like that. That's what I like to read, and that's fine. But when I saw the Beverly Jenkins book and I read the synopsis, it really interested me because it was a plot that I had never really heard of in a book. And the traditional cover that I saw was very interesting to me, because if you are an avid African-American literature reader, then you know that when you go into the bookstore and you see these books that interest us, the covers are very interesting. They're very sometimes ghetto. I don't want to say that, but it's true. A lot of the covers are very ghetto, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I wanted to kind of branch out and try to, you know, find an author that maybe had a different style, maybe, you know, a little bit more traditional in the romance, you know, the romance literature field. And so I decided to check out Beverly Jenkins. I will say that I was very, very pleased with this book. And I will say, starting off, that I will definitely read more from Beverly Jenkins. This book is about a character named Eli Grayson and what was her name? Her name was it Jewel? That's right, Jewel. And basically what happens is that they enter into a marriage because Eli is the head of a newspaper in this community called the Grove. And a big newspaper representative comes and decides that he wants to help him out. The man basically wants him to be married. And so he enters into this fake marriage with Jewel, who is a very interesting character. She's a very strong character, and I really liked her. It's based actually in the 1800s. And don't let that throw you off, because I was a little hesitant about that, because I've not always been a fan of books that are set back in that time period. And it's not the setting of the book, it's the way that it's written. And the reason why I like this was because the setting was in the 1800s, but the writing was not. The writing was very modern. It was very easy to read. It flowed very well. It's a very, very easy read. One of the particular examples that I can give you is if you've ever read Mary Monroe. I have her book called The Upper Room. And I read it and I did finish it. However, I do not really like that type of language that's used. To me, it's not it doesn't flow for me. And this book really did. And I was very, very, very happy with it. The plot was good. There was a lot of things that transpired that were very surprising. And it goes from being very mellow to being very dramatic. And it really makes you want to read more, because you come from this one situation where you're like, okay, it might be kind of predictable, and then it jumps into another situation where it's not as predictable as you thought. And the fact that she was able to include all of these intricacies into the book really was awesome to me. And like I said, the way that she writes was really great. Both of the characters have the character development is very strong for both of the main characters, as well as some of the secondary characters. So I definitely give this book a thumbs up. I thought it was awesome, and I actually can't wait to get another one of her books. Yeah, I've never heard of her before, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I just never did. And now I will plan on getting some more of her books. So this was a really, really good one. This is the first one that I read by her. Again, the name is Jewel, and I definitely would recommend it. So that's my book review on that. Again, if there's anything that I am not including in my book reviews that you think that I should, please let me know. I want to get better, and I want to encourage people to read, especially African Americans. Even if you read books that you think are not intellectual, or you feel like you want to read books that you can relate to, then that's okay. But I just want to encourage people to read, and reading is so much fun. It takes you to a whole nother world, and it's very entertaining. So I hope that you guys are reading great books. Let me know, give me feedback, let me know what you're reading. If you want to ask me more questions about Jewel, feel free. Any of the other books that I've done a review on, feel free. And just comment, rate, subscribe, and let me know what it is next that you would like for me to do. So that's it. Beverly Jenkins and Jewel. I recommend it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.